Now, Good Morning Northwest, devastation and deaths in California. 24 people confirmed dead in the wildfires, and this morning, a warning about dangerous fire weather returning.
Here in the Pacific Northwest, more gray days, low cloud decks. We're going to see temperatures start to change to the colder. We're going to talk about the timing on that coming your way.
And a new homeless shelter opens today in Spokane. What makes this one unique and how its operators hope to assimilate into the neighborhood. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, January 13th. Let's check in with Mark and our first alert forecast kicking off your Monday.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Grab a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And boy, we got a few low clouds out there. We've got some patchy fog south and into parts of North Idaho. We're sitting at 28 degrees this morning, which is above average. Looking at the 4 things we want you to know. We're going to see the clouds today. It's going to be dry most of the week. Isolated flurry potential on Thursday, really looking to be into the mountains, and then colder weather sets in for next weekend. We'll have more on that coming up. Deer Park, you're sitting at 28, into the valley, 33 degrees. We look at the forecast, and we're going to see this potential for fog continuing to make its way eastward, but we do have areas of some fog. Satellite and radar, the radar is sort of taking the day off, but we do have cloud cover coming across, and with that low cloud deck, you'll have to go in the higher elevations to see sunshine, but we'll have sun breaks potential today, and our high is going to be about 34 degrees, average for this time of year.
Mark, thanks. Well, this morning there are new warnings about heavy winds that could make conditions even worse in Southern California. California's Governor Gavin Newsom is now deploying 1,000 National Guard members into the fire zone.
One of the biggest fires, the Eaton fire, was 27% contained as of last night. The Palisades fire, 13%. But the concern now is the next 24 to 48 hours. Hannah Joy is at the Breaking Now desk. And Hannah, the biggest loss in these fires is the loss of life. How many people have died?
Robin, as of right now, authorities have confirmed 24 people are dead and 16 others are missing. This morning, firefighters in Southern California say conditions could get worse. Ahead of today, forecasters have issued a rare warning. They are calling this a dangerous situation, also adding that high winds could threaten new communities.
The vegetation is still very, very dry, so that leaves a recipe to produce some very critical fire weather conditions.
Today, people in Southern California can expect up to winds up to 70 miles per hour.
It's going to cause more problems, which is why containment's going so slow.
At this point, the fires have burned more than 12,000 homes and buildings. Officials still say these fires are the most destructive in U.S. history. Meanwhile, in the Pasadena area, more than 39,000 structures are still under threat from the Eaton fire. One couple spotted the fire last Tuesday on a hill near their home.
Every moment I went into the house and out of the house, it was surreal. Every time I checked on the fire, it got worse.
At the moment, it's unclear how the Pacific Palisades or the Eaton fire started. It's under investigation. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. President-elect Trump has received his second invitation this weekend to visit California fire victims. Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors Chair Catherine Barger penned an open letter to the incoming president, imploring him to, quote, stand with the people of Los Angeles County. Trump also received an invitation from California's Governor Gavin Newsom on Friday. There's been no word from the president-elect on whether or not he'll be accepting these invitations.
This morning, lawmakers in D.C. are preparing for a busy week ahead as confirmation hearings for President-elect Trump's cabinet begin. 14 nominees are scheduled this week, including former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, who is nominated for Secretary of Defense. Also getting hearings this week, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, Trump's Homeland Security Secretary pick, and his pick for Attorney General Pam Bondi. ABC News Washington Bureau Chief and Political Director Rick Klein says that beyond the personalities, to look out for the policy substance.
I think these next couple of days are going to begin to flesh out what Trump wants to do, what his people want to do, and what kind of team he's going to have around him.
Republicans have 53 seats in the Senate, meaning nominees do not need Democratic votes, but they also cannot afford to lose more than 2 Republicans. Some Republican senators have told Trump's transition team they are preparing the nominees for tough questions to avoid any significant surprises.
Today marks the start of the Washington 2025 legislative session. Over the next month, lawmakers will introduce hundreds of bills that could impact you.
Yeah, one of those bills is geared toward addressing living costs for our vulnerable communities. House Bill 1179 aims to pause property tax evaluations for both the elderly and disabled veterans, which would effectively prevent an increase in their property taxes. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are sponsoring 1179. Their goal is to address concerns about inflation and rising property values, which they say is pricing these communities out of their homes. The bill was crafted by House Representative Mike Voles, who represents Washington's 6th district, covering much of Spokane County.
They're getting taxed out of their houses, and we don't want to see that. You know, as especially seniors, all the studies I've seen says the outcomes are far better if you can keep them. The longer you can keep them in their own home, the better off the outcomes are.
According to the University of Southern California, keeping people in their own homes as we age fosters a better sense of belonging and independence. Representative Voles also tells us he wrote this bill because of skyrocketing home values in Spokane County. And according to Zillow, property values in the county have more than doubled since 2016, leading to increased property taxes for most of us.
In 2016, the average home was valued at $170,000, but last month that figure jumped up to $380,000.
A lot of them have their houses paid for, and they're still paying property taxes, and we're hearing from more and more of them that they're paying more in property taxes than they ever paid for their mortgage. So.
Right now, Washington does have some property tax evaluation exemptions and deferrals, but they're very specific. This bill aims to increase eligibility. However, the bill's language is vague right now when it comes to who is eligible for this tax evaluation pause. Representative Voles says that was done intentionally to promote collaboration during the session. Right now, it's unclear that the impact of this bill would have on public funding that stems from property taxes, but that will be addressed in the discussions ahead. And of course, we'll keep you updated right here on 4 News Now. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:07.
Mark is back taking a look at some cooling temperatures.
Yeah, our furnaces have been running. There's no doubt about that. I'm just going to throw this out there. Maybe it's time to check your filters.
Ooh, good reminder.
Just a heads up. We're going to have temperatures into the teens into the weekend, which could have your furnaces working just a touch harder. We're going to have more on your full forecast coming up.
We're only halfway through the school year, but the effects of Spokane Public Schools' new cell phone policy are evident. What students and teachers are saying coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck?
Get real results.
Get Russell and Hill.
I was hit by an intoxicated driver. I came upon Russell and Hill, and it was really, really great to have an expert working for me. I got more than I was expecting, significantly more than what insurance was originally telling me I would get. I would absolutely recommend Russell and Hill.
Russell and Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
Mother's Cupboard, we are your hometown nutrition store in business for 47 years. Why? Because we sell only the highest quality nutritional supplements at the lowest prices. And we have the most knowledgeable staff to answer all your questions. Come into any of our Mother's Cupboard stores, Lincoln Heights next to Trader Joe's, North Point Plaza next to Total Wine, or University Road in the Valley.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
Toss out the mess. Toss in the power sheet. Toss out pricey. Now toss like a boss. Arm & Hammer Power Sheets clean 3 times more small loads than premium tile detergent at the same price.
Clogged drains are a huge problem and can cost thousands. With Mainstream, you can prevent clogs before they happen. There's no better time than now to call Mainstream and ask about our 83 or it's free drain clearing special. For just $83, we'll send a technician to your home to clear your drain. And if for some reason we can't get it, it's free. With over 20 years of experience, the expert technicians at Mainstream can restore the flow. Call Mainstream today or visit us at mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this limited time deal.
Hey Raptors, we want to rent these 2 chairs for the winter. We're kind of out on being cold this year.
Glad you dig it here, but this really isn't a vacation rental sort of place.
We hear ya, but what if we put on Raptor suits and then suddenly there are 4 of us? Yeah, we'll be your nieces, Layla and Kinley. I'm Kinley, the Raptor, and I love burgers.
I love
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Not so sure we're gonna pull this off.
Next Live, Brooke Shields, plus Andrew Reynolds, and
put your money where your mouth is.
How to Thrive in 25 Finance Week.
Watch live today at 9, right after GMA.
It is 6:10, and here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. California Governor Gavin Newsom is suspending some state requirements to build in an effort to help fire victims rebuild faster.
Newsom signed the executive order yesterday. For people impacted by the wildfires, this order suspends some permit and review requirements under the California Environmental Quality Act and the California Coastal Act. The order also directs state agencies to identify other permitting requirements that can be suspended to allow faster and more affordable rebuilding. Newsom also extended protections against price gouging on building materials and other essential goods for the next year.
Overnight, a setback as Jeff Bezos takes on Elon Musk in the modern space race. Blue Origin, the space tech company founded by Bezos, delaying the launch of New Glenn, set to be the first rocket from the company to reach orbit. The reusable rocket marks the first major competitor to Elon Musk's SpaceX Falcon 9, which has been launching payloads for more than a decade. There is no word yet on when they'll try again.
Good Monday morning. You know it's Monday. From freezing fog expected in some areas. We haven't seen a lot of fog in our area, but just take it easy. Warm layers. Some of those surfaces still slippery. 34 the high today.
A medical respite facility is opening today in Spokane. The Jules Healing Hearts Medical Respite Facility at the Westminster United Church of Christ is part of the city's scattered site model. The facility will hold 30 people who have ailments or have been discharged from the hospital and have nowhere to go. The respite facility will be run by Jules Helping Hands.
If we can address their needs here, pre-going out on the street and having to exist in the trauma there, then maybe we can help make homelessness rare and brief, which then benefits all the community.
And Julie Garcia of Jules Helping Hands says there has been transparent communication with the nearby school district and neighbors about what this facility will look like. And there's been a good neighbor agreement given to the neighborhood council. Your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:13.
This year, the Spokane Public School District made a big change to its policy. Allison Martinez explains how the new phone ban's going. That's coming up.
And first, we got a live look at your Monday morning. We're dealing with some fog and some clouds out there. Mark has all the details. And coming up a little later this morning, we got a big announcement from one member of the Good Morning Northwest team. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Thanks for joining us.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit CDAcasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters. And every path leads to new possibilities. Get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Frisky's World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious taste of tuna we treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies, always more to explore.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. But they all just fade away. But what When I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
Get ready for the largest national RV show ever this Thursday through Monday at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Multiple RV dealers, countless manufacturers, and unbeatable deals. Shop Brinkley, Grand Design, Jayco, Bigfoot, and more. All the newest travel trailers, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. And all with massive manufacturers discounts. Free admission, live music, adult beverages, family fun, scavenger hunts. And you could win a new RV. Doors open 9 a.m. Thursday at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Schedule a free VIP tour at nationalrvshow.com.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It is now just about 6:16. We are about halfway through the school year, and many local districts have been putting new policies to the test. In August, the Spokane Public School District introduced that no phone policy.
High schoolers are able to use their phones at lunch and during passing period, but middle schoolers and elementary students are unplugged all day long. Allison Martinez is live in studio to explain how things have been going. Allison, you talked to some students. What did they have to say?
Yeah, now this is a district-wide policy that affects all of the students, from first graders to seniors in high school. The Spokane Public School District says cell phones widely contribute to kids' mental health issues and are a disruption in a learning environment. I spoke to students and staff at Glover Middle School who agreed that 5 months into the school year, the impacts of this new policy are clear.
Ping pong, foosball, and conversation.
We actually talk to each other instead of we're not just sitting in silence checking our phones.
It can feel like a thing of the past for a generation focused on TikTok and Snapchat. Now, students throughout the Spokane Public School District have no other choice. At first, many were opposed to the idea.
I wasn't happy about it because I used my phone for a lot of things.
But now, students like Alma are dialed in.
There's a lot of drama and argument starts over a phone, and there's been a lot less of that, and it makes the school feel just a safer place to be in.
Safety is the biggest wish of many parents and a top goal for educators. Art and industrial technology teacher Caleb Olson says his students are walking into class in a better mood and doing a better job while they're there.
In my 10 years of teaching, I think this policy change has probably brought in the most positive change that I've seen from anything else.
Olson says he's seen a return to things that remind him of his own time as a middle schooler.
They just really seem like kids again. There's more energy to it. There's an occasional paper airplane getting made again, and they're going back to the old-fashioned text message of passing notes and things like that, and it just feels healthier.
Some parents worry about not being able to get in touch with their kids, a problem the school district has tried to remedy by allowing kids to go to the front office if they need to reach their parents or vice versa.
Across the state line, Idaho schools may be the latest to join this anti-phone movement. Governor Brad Little is encouraging all school districts to restrict phone use by the end of next school year. In studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks for that update. It's very interesting to see how it's going.
Yeah, big changes.
Oh.
It's great, positive changes.
Yeah.
It's like,
I remember going to the front office and rotary dialing mom or dad if I forgot something. Sorry, it just popped into my head.
Oh,
paper airplanes, all that stuff.
I love a good paper airplane. A little bit of fog out there, but not as much as we had an hour ago, so that's on the move. Temperatures right now not moving much. 28 into Deer Park, 31 into Liberty Lake, 30 into Hayden. Everything's pretty consistent. We've seen a few, again, periods of fog, and we have that potential all the way through the morning in some areas, so just allow for a little extra time. Temperatures throughout the day are not going to move much. We're going to get up to freezing by potentially 2 o'clock and a sunbreak or two potential. Then we'll get to 34 for the high today, and then it cools down. We look at our forecast radar, and we're not seeing any precipitation for the week, certainly until Thursday with maybe a mountain flurry. 34 today, 35 in Coeur d'Alene, Ritzville, 35 degrees. The next big thing coming is going to be some colder air. It's going to be that Arctic push that's going to roll in from the north. That's going to take us into the weekend. But the Rockies, once again, are being somewhat of a blanket for us, so it's not going to get as cold as it will in Montana, the Dakotas, Minnesota. I know we're shocked and stunned. Eastern Washington getting colder, but not desperately cold. As we look at the planning forecast, we're going to have temperatures into the mid to upper 30s through Thursday. Now we get into the mid to upper 20s for daytime highs Saturday, Sunday. That Arctic air mass will then bring things down for us, just not as cold. And we're going to get into the teens overnight as we get into the weekend and into next week. So we want you to be ready for that. Get ready for this. It's Monday. It's time for our Pet of the Week.
Sometimes good things come in big packages. So is the case with Clyde. He weighs in at almost 100 pounds and stands close to 6 feet on his hind legs. Our volunteer dog walker Tim is over 6 feet, and although we are teaching Clyde not to give you the shoulder hug, I think you can see just how big he really is. Clyde is a 4-year-old German Shepherd mix who loves to play fetch, is as friendly as he is big, and is waiting for the day when he has his own yard to run and play. If you have a lot of room in your home and in your heart for this handsome boy, stop by and meet Clyde. Companions Animal Center is located in Hayden, just north of Hayden Avenue on Atlas Road. We are open at noon on Tuesday through Sunday. And of course, you can always view the adoptable animals on our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
What a love bug.
Oh, what a sweet baby.
Big boy, so cute. Go get him. Your Good Morning Memphis time is 6:21.
The Gonzaga and Washington State reignited one of the longest played rivalries in all of college basketball, and there was no shortage of firepower from both squads. After the break, Sydney Berger breaks down the highlights from Saturday's matchup in the Kennel, next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's back, the Big Boat Show, 4 big days. Come on out, shop and compare. There's something for everyone at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
Your home is more than a place. It's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0.9% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,200 in average finance savings.
See your local GMC dealer.
I'm really grateful to be a first-generation student from my family. The ES scholarship was definitely a game changer.
I never knew how easy it was to start a scholarship. Whatever you can give every year. That's how I sold it to my family. We talked a lot, waiting for somebody else to do it. And so we finally decided, no, we're not going to wait. We're going to do it. Graduating from college, it was not even a dream. That's what Eastern has done. We have to continue that. We have to help this precious institution that changed so many lives.
Meet Gomer Pyle, musical Marie.
Watch Me TV over the air on KXLY 4.2.
Come on out to the Spokane Boat Show. We've got boats of all types and sizes. Heavy metal, smaller fishing boats, open bow, high-performance ski and wakeboard boats, pontoons, kayaks, canoes, and personal watercraft.
Well,
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. The Zags and Cougs were busy over the weekend, reigniting a rivalry series that hasn't been played in 10 years. And luckily, we won't have to wait much longer to see it again. Well, the first half, it was a little back and forth, while the second half, the Zags just took it away. Here's Graham Ike muscling through. He pops it up, and the hook shot is good for 2 of Ike's 21 points on the night. Ben Gregg goes under and around for 2. He makes that shot. He misses the high five from Ike there. Coug freshman Case Wynot out to Lawan Watts, who gets it to ND Okafor. A quick layup for ND, and a quick steal actually lets Okafor come back down and cap off just a casual 4-point sequence for Washington State. So they're only down by 3 heading into halftime, and the Zags know that they have to turn up the heat. Nolan Hickman, no exception. Number 11, hot from 3. That's 1 triple, good from downtown. And here's another triple. He had 5 total threes against the Cougs. Nate Calmise hits 1-2 in the final minutes and helps the Cougs cut the Zags lead, but the Bulldogs ultimately win by 13 in McCarthy Athletic Center.
You know, this guy stepped up. He was amazing tonight. I mean, 7 boards, and defensively in there battling in the post. I mean, he did a lot of stuff that, as I said, he's set a high standard.
No, it's super fun, man. It's super fun, especially seeing my guys all hyped for me, man. That's what really gets me going. So, yeah, I love it, man. It's especially with the environment too, but being in the kennel, the students being back, it was fun. It was fun.
The Zags took the win with a final score of 88-75 on Saturday night. But since this is now a conference matchup, the Cougs will get another shot at the Zags come February, and this time it's in their house. Reporting in studio, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:26.
Still to come here on Good Morning Northwest. Is becoming a parent bad for your health? Well, yes, according to the Surgeon General. What you can do to keep yourself healthy and safe while in the thick of parenting. That's next.
Plus, the era of TikTok may be coming to an end. What needs to be done to save the popular app? Just ahead. And as we send you off to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
This morning's GMA First Look on the front lines with firefighters.
Pretty much.
Our Matt Gutman speaking to the Santa Barbara County firefighters working around the clock to battle the raging wildfires.
Well, what's it like picking through, the destroyed remains of people's houses day after day?
Yeah, it's tedious work, but it's important because obviously there's people that were missing that they want to have closure for their family members, their relatives, and their friends. And so for them to repopulate some of these areas, we need to complete our mission first.
And so every house has to be checked?
Correct. Every house.
Does it wear on you emotionally?
Over time, I think there's a cumulative effect. You do realize that you are looking for someone who is passed and deceased, and there is a tough part of that job, but it's got to get done.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have full live team coverage from the fire zone. GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better. That too. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems and doesn't replace a rescue inhaler. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels, like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop steroid, asthma, or other treatments without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma, and now approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You would never go years without changing your oil. Did you know not maintaining your water heater can cause serious issues? Sediment can reduce efficiency, causing higher energy bills, leaks, and water heater failure. Sediment also causes bacteria that impacts water quality. And annual flush is the best defense against costly damage to your home, health, and wallet. Right now, Gold Seal Plumbing is offering an $89 water heater flush to keep your home and family safe and worry-free. So call Gold Seal Plumbing today. we're on our way.
Laundry call. Let's dig deep, people.
When dirt and stink lingers deep, clean deep with new Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Detergent. With micro scrubbers that penetrate deep into fibers, it's our most powerful clean yet. Arm & Hammer Deep Clean. More power to you.
Once again, it's time for Kerner Furniture's annual January clearance sale. Everything in the store is reduced for clearance, and there's never been a better time to buy. Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale. It's time.
If you remember this commercial, it might be time for some new furniture.
And with the Kerner clock ticking, it's the perfect time during our January clearance sale.
Time for a new Lazy Boy recliner at the lowest prices in town? We've got a few.
Find time to come into Kerner Furniture during our January clearance sale.
Clock's ticking.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now Story Tracker. It's following the stories people are reading about online this morning.
And one of our top stories on KXLY.com right now, Governor-elect Bob Ferguson says Washington State needs more police officers, calling the current situation unacceptable. He's asking for an extra $100 million in the upcoming biennial state budget to hire more officers in a state he says has the lowest cop-to-citizen ratio in the nation. House and Senate leaders are sympathetic to the stance, but are not sure where the extra money will come from. A spokesperson for Ferguson says he will only sign a budget that includes this policy.
24 people are now believed to have died in the California wildfires as crews work around the clock to get them under control. Now, that includes personnel from North Idaho who arrived in Southern California on Saturday. Task Force 5 is an all-Idaho team, including members from Northern Lakes, Kootenai County, Nampa, McCall, and Rock Creek Fire. They're helping battle the Palisades fire right now. We also know there are crews from Eastern Washington lending a hand in California as well. And safe travels, stay safe to all of our crews out there, and thank you. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:31. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, January 13th, and we are starting like we've started a lot of mornings. A little bit of clouds, a little bit of fog, and Mark is here to tell us all about it.
All right, temperatures continue to be on the cool side. We should be a little colder, in fact, when we look at 30-year averages, but we're sitting at 28. Coeur d'Alene, you're at 30. A little bit of low clouds and a little bit of light fog out there. Taking a look at the 4 things that we want you to know about on this Monday. We're going to have more clouds today. Dry most of the week. Isolated flurries potential on Thursday. It's next weekend, this coming weekend. We're going to see some colder temperatures starting to move in, but still going to be dry. We have into the valley 33, 28 into Deer Park, 29 into Post Falls. As we look at our forecast, a continuation of that fog that we see into parts of North Idaho. There's some light fog in around our area, but that's about it. When we look at the forecast, we see the cloud cover. We also know that if you want to see the sun, you'll have to get above these low clouds and you'll have to get into the mountains. But more clouds coming in until this afternoon. Should see a break. This afternoon, a sun break would really be nice. 34 will be our high today.
Mark, thanks. Millions of people on TikTok are eagerly waiting a Supreme Court ruling on whether the app will be banned in the U.S.
A majority of the justices during arguments on Friday seemed likely to uphold the law banning the app in less than a week. Hannah joins at the Breaking Now desk this morning. And Hannah, what are the TikTok creators, the people on the app, saying about this?
Natalie, with the fate of TikTok undetermined, creators are asking fans to follow them on Instagram or YouTube.
Go follow me. You can find me on other platforms.
Meanwhile, President-elect Donald Trump has promised to save TikTok, and here are just a few ways he could do so. Trump could order the Justice Department not to enforce the ban. He could also push Congress to repeal the law, but there's also a possibility of sale.
I think we offer a very compelling package to ByteDance.
Star Kevin O'Leary offered to buy TikTok, but the owners say a sale is a non-starter. However, some users are remaining hopeful.
New information comes out every single day. I don't really know who to believe, so I'm not believing any of it.
I can tell you, if the ban goes through, it does not mean the app will be off your phone. It means you won't get software updates and your feed may not show new videos. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. 2 men were found dead at Sprague Lake Saturday night. The Adams County Sheriff's Office says 61-year-old Rock Bass and 69-year-old Gary Myers left to hunt ducks near Sprague Lake, about 45 minutes south of Spokane on Saturday morning. They were then expected to return later that night, but didn't come home. This prompted a ground, air, and water search involving the Adams and Lincoln County Sheriff's Offices, as well as the Spokane Search and Rescue Team. Researchers found the bodies of both men late Saturday night. The medical examiner will release the cause of death at a later time.
More than 400 dead and damaged trees throughout Spokane are being removed as part of the city's new Tree Equity program. Tree Equity Spokane is a 5-year, $6 million initiative that launched in December. Its goal is to promote environmental justice and bring more canopy cover to disadvantaged communities in Spokane.
We want everybody to experience the benefits that trees provide. They filter the air that we breathe, and really it's a wide range of environmental, social, and economic benefits.
Identified hundreds of dead trees that need to be replaced. A third have already been removed. The program will plant new trees this spring. You can find more information about that on KXLY.com, including how to apply to get a new tree in your neighborhood or on your property.
Well, it's no surprise parenting is hard. So hard that the Surgeon General says it's become a public health issue. This morning, we're looking at what exactly that means and how to deal with the stress in a very demanding world.
Rosa and Richard Alvarez have 2 young boys, 2 demanding jobs, and never enough time.
They're becoming more active, like with the sports and, kind of being more present in that respect. And then also being more present in the school. And I'm trying to kind of attend as much as I can to all of their events and festivities, which is difficult in the middle of the day. And you're like, okay, I'm running and trying to be everywhere.
Sound familiar? According to the American Psychological Association, 41% of parents say most days they are so stressed they can't function, and nearly half of their stress is completely overwhelming. The stress parents feel rises to a significant public health issue, balancing schedules, making countless decisions every day, not to mention keeping up with kids' evolving needs can leave parents feeling burned out and exhausted.
Parental burnout can impact your mental health, and mental health struggles can lead to brain fog. If you have difficulty focusing, sluggish thinking, and memory lapses, you might be suffering from brain fog. Talk to your doctor to see if they'd recommend a formal cognitive assessment.
Here are some other strategies that might help ease your mental load. Cut back on alcohol and try to eliminate unnecessary medications that can lead to brain fog, such as sleeping pills. Of course, ask your doctor before stopping any meds. Take steps to put less stress on your memory. Consider relying on lists, for example, and avoiding multitasking. Take steps to put less stress on your memory. Consider relying on lists, for example, and avoid multitasking. Practice good sleep hygiene and get regular exercise. Both can help clear mental fog. And speaking of getting a good night's sleep for you and your screen-obsessed kids, consider using your router to restrict internet access after bedtime and prevent those late-night scrolling sessions. This way, you and your kids can sleep more soundly.
And if you need more help winding down at night, you're not alone there. A Consumer Reports survey revealed that more than 70% of Americans have made changes in the quest for a better snooze. These include avoiding caffeine in the afternoon, attempting deep breathing exercises, or establishing some consistent bedtime routines. So sleep is so important when it comes to our health.
Yeah, what your kids need, you also need.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:38.
Checking again with Mark and look at what's happening out there.
We have periods of light fog. None of it is being horrible in our area. We see more of it into North Idaho and to the south. We're going to talk about this gray day syndrome that we have. That's going to continue. That full forecast is coming your way.
Might help you get a little sleep, though, those gray days. Well, are you feeling like everyone around you is sick right now? Trust us, it's not only in your head. A massive surge in respiratory illnesses is sweeping across the country right now. Who's feeling the brunt of it and how you can keep you and your family healthy this winter? That's next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here, We're just here to help.
At Parker Subaru, we understand that every Subaru is unique.
That's why we offer a wide range of genuine Subaru accessories designed to enhance your driving experience and match your lifestyle. From rugged outdoor adventures to everyday convenience, we have what you need to personalize your Subaru.
Explore genuine Subaru accessories at parkersubaru.com or visit us at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
With prices of natural gas and propane skyrocketing, your heating bill is getting out of control. But before you turn down the heat, give the experts at Bill's Heating and Air a call. They have the latest in dual fuel technology to keep your family comfortable and the utility bills low. There has never been a better time to upgrade because now every furnace purchase comes with a free heat pump. So call Bill's Heating today to get your free heat pump while supplies last.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
The Harlem Globetrotters 2025 World Tour is here. We're coming to Spokane Arena on January 27th and Beasley Coliseum on February 4th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/Washington for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals? Let's go! Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement. Welcome back. It is 6:41 and news for your health this morning. So many people are sick right now.
Health officials are warning about a deadly surge in respiratory illnesses, and hospitals around the country are feeling overwhelmed.
One snapshot is on Tuesday, out of all admissions, about 20% tested positive for some type of respiratory virus.
It's being referred to as the winter quad-demic, an increase in cases of COVID, RSV, stomach viruses, and the flu, leading to a spike in emergency room visits. 2 children died of the flu in Chicago, while parents are rushing kids to the ER with stomach viruses in Louisiana. And in Minnesota, hospitals report unprecedented visits with longer wait times in the ER.
Very high volumes of viral illnesses, registrations that are, about 30% higher than we saw last year at about the same time.
Doctors attribute the spike in illnesses to gatherings over the holidays and lower vaccination rates. To protect yourself, doctors say, make sure to wash your hands often and wipe down your kids' toys.
All right, on this Monday, your 10-second takeaway. It's going to be some freezing fog in some areas. We're really seeing that into North Idaho now. It's been on the move. You'll need warm layers today. Some slippery walking surfaces and 34 for the high.
Look at this cutie. This 5-month-old gorilla now lives in a zoo in Turkey. The baby gorilla was discovered in a box on a Turkish Airlines flight from Nigeria to Thailand last month. He's now safe and sound in his new home, while wildlife officers consider returning him to his natural habitat.
That's a long flight for that little guy. Glad he's safe.
It is now 6:43.
Well, today marks the start of the legislative session here in Washington. And over the weekend, Governor-elect Bob Ferguson made a stop in Spokane, talking about some of his priorities. Allison Martinez is live in studio.
Amid a multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall, state leaders are keeping the needs of kids as top of mind. I'll explain what's at stake coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit consignfurniturenow.com for details.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time, so we can get you back up and running fast. Call or book online today.
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest. We specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for loud sneezers. Gesundheit. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
National RV Show starts Thursday. Spokane Convention Center. Manufacturers coming from across the country. Grand Design, Jayco, and more. Live bands, adult beverages, bank on site, indoors and warm. NationalRVShow.com.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit consignfurniturenow.com for details.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:46. Washington Governor-elect Bob Ferguson made a stop in Spokane Friday, promoting his new free school lunches bill.
Lawmakers have been fighting for this bill since the pandemic and are confident they can pass it this year. Allison Martinez in studio telling us what Governor-elect Ferguson had to say about it.
Ferguson is making his commitment to this bill clear. When visiting Whitman Elementary in Spokane, he said there is no greater priority for us as a state than to make sure our children have a quality education and are fed enough to focus on that education. The bill is sponsored by State Senator-elect Marcus Riccelli. He and Ferguson say it is imperative to make free breakfast and lunches a reality for all kids in Washington. Advocates pushed for this bill last year and failed to make it a reality. This year, they also face a multi-billion-dollar state budget shortfall. Still, Riccelli and Ferguson are saying free lunches should be prioritized.
I'm a believer in when you budget, whether you're a family or whether you're a big state government, you prioritize what's most important. Every family does that, right? Every family does that. And a government is no different.
Ferguson also mentioned Washington has the 4th highest weekly grocery bill among the 48 contiguous states, indicating how this investment is needed to take some weight off of parents' shoulders. Right now, 70% of students in Washington public schools have access to free meals, but this new bill plans to bring that number up to 100%. In studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks. Well, here's a live look outside this morning. Got some fog, a little bit of clouds to start the day, but we have something we want to tell you first.
Yeah, we sure do. Our old pal Mark Peterson has a bit of news for you.
After 43 years of broadcasting, I will be retiring at the end of February.
It'll never be the same.
End of an era.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years in the making, and it's been an ongoing conversation. Over the past 4 years, we've lost my father, my sister, and my mom. And I thought it was time to make memories instead of money.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do.
Great
the
plan.
wife and I love to travel. I have projects that I need more sleep.
That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so I think people are going to be freaked out, but you know what? You're not. You're going to still be around.
Yes. No, I love what I do. I love talking for a living. Ask them. I talk a lot. The Extreme Team will continue, and that was something that was important to everyone here at 4 News Now. So we've got projects planned for February, which we'll be announcing the end of the month. We've got a lot of really cool stuff happening. It's just I'm going to do things on a smaller level. I'll still be filling in at times, but yeah, really the desire to make some memories and to get some things done that I've always wanted to do without 5 hours sleep.
That's awesome.
So it came at a good time, and I'm just so proud of this crew and being a part of this station for over 25 years.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knew that could happen?
We'll miss you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to do my job.
There you go.
For a while. All right. Temperatures are hovering around freezing. 33 into the Valley, 28 into Spangle, 28 into Deer Park. Here's what we're going to be seeing. Today, it's going to be a little morning fog. We've just seen light fog right now into the Spokane area, 34 for the high today. And then tonight, more patchy freezing fog potential with temperatures getting down to 26 degrees. Winds are going to be calm. We don't have any major weather that's coming in. In fact, it's just sort of stagnant. We're going to see a little bit of movement. We're going to see some variable clouds, maybe that almost full moon visible tonight, perhaps. But again, we're still going to remain dry. We are going to have the potential for that patchy morning fog. Highs today are going to be in the mid-30s, which is about average for this time of year. 36 into the Palouse, 39 into the Tri-Cities if you're heading down there. Mid-30s today, tomorrow. Look for Wednesday to be 37 degrees. It's above average. Thursday at 35 with about a 20% chance of isolated flurries. And then the next most impactful thing about the weather is going to be into the mid-20s over the weekend with overnight lows into the teens. Well, you've had an announcement. You've had a forecast, and your morning sprint is coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
You didn't ask to get in a car wreck, but here you are, injured, out of work.
And the insurance company wants to fight you on everything. You didn't pick this fight.
But you can pick who finishes it.
Call 800-0842.
You'll never get away with this.
You can make it all go away.
Seriously, you think I could pull a $130,000 Escalade out of my sack?
Maybe try a little Christmas magic or whatever.
It's a little late for that.
What you doing?
There's a better way to score an Escalade. Play daily, only at Northern Quest.
The heart work of Joya is that they come in and they don't just see a diagnosis. They don't see a child with Down syndrome. They see a child who is worth investing in because it's not just about what that child's going to do today or tomorrow. It's about where their life is going to go. Being connected to Joya just gives you a sense that you're not alone. Joya is not just there for Elliot. Joya is there for the whole family.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Beep, beep. Injured in a car wreck? Insurance company giving you the runaround? Delays, excuses, and lowball offers. Don't get hurt twice. Get twice the help. Call 800-0842.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint.
Mark Peterson tracking a foggy, cloudy, and cooler day.
Hannah Joy's in studio with updates on the devastation and deaths in Southern California from the wildfires.
And Allison Martinez is in studio with details on Washington Governor-elect Bob Ferguson promoting his new free school lunches bill.
But first, a medical respite facility is opening today in Spokane. The Jules Healing Hearts Medical Respite Facility at Westminster United Church of Christ is part of the city's scattered site model. The facility will hold 30 people who have ailments or have been discharged from the hospital and have nowhere to go. The respite facility will be run by Jules Helping Hands.
Today marks the start of the Washington 2025 legislative session. Over the next month, lawmakers will introduce hundreds of bills that could impact you. One of those bills is geared toward addressing living costs for our vulnerable communities. House Bill 1179 aims to pause property tax evaluations for both the elderly and disabled veterans. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are sponsoring 1179. Their goal is to address concerns about inflation and rising property values. House Representative Mike Volz tells us he wrote this bill because of skyrocketing home values in Spokane County.
In Southern California, authorities have confirmed 24 people are dead and 16 others are missing. This morning, firefighters in Southern California say conditions could get worse. Ahead of today, forecasters have issued a rare warning. They're calling this a dangerous situation, also adding that high winds could threaten new communities. So far, the fires have burned more than 12,000 homes and buildings, but it's unclear how the Pacific Palisades and the Eaton fire even started. It's under investigation as of right now. Officials still say these fires are the most destructive in U.S. history. In response to the fires, the governor of California says damaged buildings will be inspected within 14 days. For updates on these conditions, tune in to Good Morning America.
Elect Donald Trump received his second invitation this weekend to visit the California wildfire victims. Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors Chair Catherine Barger penned an open letter to the incoming president, imploring him to, quote, stand with the people of Los Angeles County. Trump also received an invitation from California's Governor Gavin Newsom on Friday. There's been no word from the president-elect on whether or not he'll accept these invitations.
Well, this morning we have had some fog that has been moving around the area. Garfield-Palouse running 2 hours only on paved roads, and Coeur d'Alene Tribal is running 2 hours late this morning. The rest of us, we do have and have seen some very light fog, temperatures hovering around freezing. As we look at satellite and radar, it is dry. It's cloud cover that's on the move, and that's what we're going to be seeing throughout the day. Our high today is going to be 34 degrees. We could see a sunbreak or two this afternoon.
The city of Spokane is asking for your feedback as it crafts a comprehensive climate plan. Through January 31st, Spokaneites can make their voices heard and share how they think Spokane should handle climate and environmental issues by taking the Climate Community Survey, which you can find on KXLY.com. Some of the comprehensive climate plan's goals will include reducing greenhouse gas emissions and strengthening disaster preparedness.
2 men were found dead in Sprague Lake on Saturday night. The Adams County Sheriff's Office says 61-year-old Brock Bass and 69-year-old Gary Myers left to hunt ducks near Sprague Lake, about 45 minutes south of Spokane. That was on Saturday morning. They were expected to return later that night, but did not come home. Searchers found the bodies of both men late Saturday night. The medical examiner will release the cause of death at a later time.
More than 400 dead and damaged trees throughout Spokane are being removed as part of the city's new Tree Equity program. Tree Equity Spokane is a 5-year, $6 million initiative that launched in December. The goal is to promote environmental justice and bring more canopy cover to disadvantaged communities in Spokane. The program will plant new trees this spring. You can find more information about it on KXLY.com.
Washington Governor-elect Bob Ferguson made a visit to Spokane Friday, promoting his new free school lunches bill. Legislators have been fighting for this bill since the pandemic and are confident that they can pass it this year. When visiting Whitman Elementary in Spokane, he said there is no greater priority for us as a state than to make sure our children have a quality education and are fed enough to focus on that education.
Idaho's governor will be in Coeur d'Alene today. Governor Brad Little will be at Stancraft Jet as part of his post-State of the State media swing. The governor's remarks will start at 11 a.m.
And we will be back with the final check of weather with Mark right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
Go, Chiefs, go! Puck comes out to the blue line. Weinstein open his rip and fires a shot and he scores!
Saturday, January 18th, in the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, it's Military Appreciation Night presented by Pizza Factory. Your Spokane Chiefs will wear special jerseys to benefit Washington State Fallen Heroes Project. And the first 5,000 fans receive a rally towel courtesy of Pizza Factory. Puck drops at 6:05. Spokane Chiefs Military Appreciation Night presented by Pizza Factory. For tickets, go to SpokaneChiefs.com.
We're on with what's new this morning.
What's happening now.
And what's next for you.
Get what's new now
And next at 5 and 6 a.m.
right here.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long.
Good morning, Northwest and GMA. Hi, good morning, everybody. Taking a live look outside. We do have that low cloud deck. We've got clouds on the move. We're going to have a high today of 34 degrees. Average for this time of year. Winds are going to be light. We'll see more fog moving in overnight. Could be possible patchy freezing fog. And then we're going to have temperatures continuing to be about average for Tuesday. Wednesday, 37, and then 35 on Thursday with about a 20% chance of an isolated flurry. It's the weekend. We see colder temperatures. Daytime highs into the mid-20s. Overnight lows down into the teens, and it'll be colder up north. Get ready for that.
Well, thanks so much for starting your morning with us right here on Good Morning Northwest.
And we hope you can stick around for Good Morning America. It starts next.